Remember the iPod Mini? What about the Soundwave Mini? Play me something good! Why did I knew it was gonna happen? Soundwave is the classic communications officer who needs no introduction but always seems to make one with his stern and sinister form. One of the more intimidating Decepticons with a head that bears a resemblance to the logo. Undoubtedly loyal to Megatron, barely showing any emotion, with the ability to deploy his own minions, he proves to be a challenge. During the Generations War for Cybertron series, he got a small-scale toy in Kingdom, and eventually it was re-released in Legacy. Soundwave, being the 80s icon that he is, transforms into a cassette player, which for the core class is perfect. He's not an exact scale in this form, but I love that he shrunk down to the size. I feel like it works with the other cons in the setup, or to hold for a Titan. It's got so many of the classic nods, like the buttons at the bottom, the legs form the sides, and even the batteries get tucked to the back. It's basically a box. Back then, it was the coolest box ever. Kids are into Minecraft, that's boxes, so not much has changed. I like the gold outlines across, it's even more consistent than the Netflix toy. I do like putting it on the Siege toy, it's like a hovering stage. Yeah, the toes stick out, you can fold them up if you prefer. Either way, that's probably the only annoyance. If that's not enough, you can open the front and deploy Laserbeak. It's way too small to transform, but it's sculpted and painted well, at least it's included. I'm so impressed with the design, and I'm glad I can look past those toe spikes on top, since there's so much to love, I can't let it bother me in any way. Robot mode. Why is this one of the best looking Soundwaves we've gotten? I mean, no shade to the others, but I always felt there was something slightly off. This still isn't absolute perfection, but Soundwave has a simple silhouette that going simple means less screw-ups. I will admit, perhaps some of the lower parts are a tad too chunky, and the waist piece opens up entirely just for the legs to move forward, but the shape is there. Look at the details on the shoulders, and the colors are wonderful, though missing the red armbands. I also like that the button is right on top. The head is downright Soundwave. I have no complaints. The head, the silver mask, the red visor, I mean some would prefer yellow, but I could not care. Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, backwards butterfly, ball joint shoulders, ball joint elbows, ball joint hips, rotation below knee bend, and ball joint feet. Posability is okay, but I did notice that some of the joints could be tighter, especially in the legs. They keep trying to go in, which makes them want to collapse to the side. Let's take a look at the accessories. Both are based on his original batteries with core-sized ports. The shoulder cannon can plug through, even to the joint below, keeping it in place. And while it's missing the red band, the front does have red paint. The other is the handheld weapon, with the red band and silver on the front. They both look nice, and if you want, you can plug them to the side of the legs for some weird storage, or use the Megatron pistol from Megatron. And yes, the Laserbeak is unaffected. So despite my issues with the figure, I can't stay mad. It's so nice to get a Soundwave figure in this size, even ignoring the scale, it's just fun to have. I hear people skip him because he feels unnecessary, but I think you're missing out. The selling point is the charm. It's a Soundwave that goes into your pocket and goes anywhere. The cassette player is cute and useful, and the robot is nice to own. I say this is one of my favorite Kingdom Core Class figures, if not my absolute favorite. Pocket Soundwave, superior!
AllSpark TV, now that's just prime.